indexes near their all-time highs once again. There's a lot of stocks that are also trading there and a lot of hot earnings charts. What are the hottest ones you should be watching this week? I brought them to you today because there's some red hot charts. Some of these have been red hot for the last year and you know the names, but a lot of them keep on running. I am surprised myself at how hot some of these charts are. What are they? Let's find out. So the first hot chart is Whirlpool. Now, Whirlpool, big pandemic winner, and there's a lot of shortages on appliances right now, so I'm not sure what their backlog is, but that doesn't appear to be abating anytime soon. So as you can see, it's got a great earnings surprise track record. It hasn't missed since 2018, and that includes the pandemic quarters. That's really impressive to still be meeting. I'm assuming this one right down here, right here, was a meet. So that's impressive. It's still got the momentum. It took a little time out here in 2020, end of 2020 into 2021, and it's pulled back a little bit here heading into earnings. But forward PE is just 9.2 times. So Whirlpool's still really cheap because the earnings side is soaring. So is this a deal, and will it catch another bid and break out again? We'll see. Then we're going to switch over to the drug stocks. So a lot of the drug stocks have been hot too. Abbott Labs. This has been one of my favorite charts for several years. I bring it almost every time. ABT is the ticker, but it had a surprising miss last quarter. Very rare, but obviously no one keeps beating forever and ever unless you're Visa. They're the only ones. Everyone else kind of gets a hiccup here or there, a penny or two here or there. It wasn't that big of a deal, but the shares have weakened a bit off of it. Shares kind of expensive here, trading at 27 times. So that could be part of the issue, but maybe just getting back on track with the beats will propel the stock back to its all-time highs. We will see. Then another kind of hot, surprising stock this quarter is Domino's. Now, I've been a longtime fan of Domino's too, and I've shown it here on the Earnings All-Stars videos many times. It has a great track record. It had just that one miss in 2019. It has had two pandemic misses now here in 2020, 2021, but that's to be expected to some extent given what's going on globally with the pandemic. So it got back on track last quarter, and now the shares have busted out again after it basically took a little bit of a breather and was growing its earnings while the shares were going nowhere. But the stock remains incredibly expensive at 37 times forward earnings. And now with the pandemic, seeing another outbreak here globally, some countries are shutting down restaurants and putting more restrictions on because of the outbreak that's happening here in the summer of 2021. So you can see it in Southeast Asia, and Domino's is a global pizza company. So unclear how that's going to impact, whether or not it will be a positive or a negative, but these things could start to play on the shares here. But we're going to find out this week from the company themselves what is happening on the ground. So Domino's, still one of the king of the restaurant chains, and I don't want to bet against it even now. Then we're going to switch over to Danaher, also one of the kind of quiet, great companies. And look at this chart, no misses in 5 years. That includes the pandemic. I salute any company that's able to keep up this track record with all these crazy market conditions and things going on globally. Danaher shares breaking out to new all-time highs here in 2021. It is one of the best performing stocks, one of the top S&P performers of the last 30 years with huge gains during that time. Shares, as you might expect, are no longer cheap either at 32 times. So again, valuations are one of the few things that could hold back some of these big winner hot stocks. And then we're going to wrap it up with one of my favorites, one of the hottest stocks of the post-pandemic, Pool Corporation, P-O-O-L. Yes, it's all about pools. They are also global. What have we all been buying? We want a pool in the backyard because we weren't traveling. Now, a lot of people began to wonder, including myself, last quarter, whether or not these shares were done finally with this huge rally. Because as the economy reopened, we could travel again. Do we need to put the pool in? Maybe not. And also, there's kind of a backlog on the pools. It's hard to get one in. But the market had other ideas. It has busted out on this last huge beat. I thought they were kind of done with these big beats, but no, 101% surprise on that beat last quarter. Only question again is going to be valuations, now trading at 37 times forward earnings. How much are we willing to pay for this great growth in the pool and outdoor area? We're going to find out. So as you can see, these are truly red hot charts. And will they stay that way? I don't know, but there's plenty of momentum in these shares right here. And we're going to find out more from the companies. Again, this is supposed to be one of the best earnings seasons ever. So the winners are going to keep winning most likely. And I'm going to be bringing you all the action all earnings season long. There's plenty of more hot charts still to come. Get them all at zacks.com/YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and StockTwits, but get them somewhere. And I'll see you again next time with some more great earnings charts.